All right, it's Thursday night garage time. As you can see, I've been busy tearing down this short block. So, the timing chain covers off. We've got the spider gear. Inside the Folgers tub, of course, is all the roller rockers. You can see all 8 pistons and rods are out with the caps on, timing chain. Oil pump and assembly removed, and of course the cam, and here we are with the block, and I've pulled the crank out already. And I'll let you take a little bit of a look at the main bearings. First of all of the bolts coming out of the entire short block were really great condition. They came out easy, nothing was binding, they were all around the same torque spec on everything. And you can see these main bearings, I've wiped them, but they look pretty good. A little bit of copper showing through on this one, but they look pretty good. Again, nothing concerning really at all found in there. Interesting, when I took off the timing chain cover as well, all of these bolts turned out super easy. They were just, I'm sure that this was sealed at the factory, all the factory specs, and not opened up since. So take the dowels out, oil pressure sender, few other things. The main caps are down here. Let's pull one and take a look at one here. And here we can see the bearing. A little bit of copper showing through there. But no crazy gouges or nothing overly damaged or concerning, I guess is what I would say. So I'll put the main caps back in, set them in so they're in place. This block and the pistons will all go off to the machine shop. I want to reuse these pistons because the class of racing I'm doing requires me to use factory pistons. It's NHRA stock eliminator. There are replacements available, but they are incredibly expensive. So if the bores check out as being not requiring an oversized bore, then I will reuse those pistons, but they will measure all of that for me and check to be sure that it's safe for me to do so and that the clearances are correct. So I'm not going to do that at home. I'll leave that to the machine shop, but that gives you a little look at it. Let's flip it over and have a look at the top end before I finish off. Did want to mention this. One thing you kind of check when you're down here is, check, that's the oil, the main oil passage for the main bearings. Just checking, see how the hole's sort of centered in there. You just kind of check and see that, okay, there's definitely getting good quality oil to the mains. That's a big thing. So just a little thing to check. You check on all of them, you can see that, there's would be decent flow happening, in all those areas. So just a small thing to check, but wanted to mention that. Okay. Here's the block flipped over. So before it goes to the machine shop, I'm going to do a few things with a grinder, and I'll explain why. So in the top of the valley area, these are drain back holes where the oil drains back down to the crank. And then right here, this is how oil flows in to here, which then gets down into the timing gear and such. And so there's a natural casting ridge here, so we're going to grind that down and smooth that out. We'll kind of radius these holes a little bit for drain back. There's several of them in here. I'm also going to take some time to sort of knock off any sharp pieces of casting flash that you would find, especially when we get into the bottom end area. But I'm going to knock those off. The other thing is right here's the oil drain back from the heads, and you notice how big the hole is in the head gasket, but the hole itself for drainage is actually quite small there. So you can open that up a little bit, a radius, and the one on the back's the same kind of way. So this is the head gasket. So see how much better this one lines up here compared to the front. So we'll just clean that up a little bit, and it'll just help some of the oiling that's all down there. And again, take off any sharp edges that could develop into a crack. So simple thing, take an hour or two, grind it all up and get it ready, and then it'll go to the machine shop, as I said, to be checked, and then they'll determine what kind of machine work I need to have done or not. The other thing too is I think some of the areas in here, there's some sharp edges that can be cleaned up, and then in here too, this is where the oil pump goes in. And so there's a little, casting flash on the end that will just, dull that out a bit and clean it up. I've finished cleaning up those little areas I mentioned. So the block looks a little oily because I have some spray on it to kind of keep it from corroding, but you can see we've radiused these drain back holes on the top, and I did a lot of work in here to smooth out that transition and actually mostly take that right down so the oil can flow, directly out into the timing gear area. So, it's just got an easier path. There you go. The oil can almost come straight through now. So we broadened that. There's also a little hole up in there too. That's the drain back that comes through where the head goes on. So I just, if you can see, I've radiused it a bit to, hopefully have the oil will do a better job of kind of, instead of dripping out, it will flow down a little bit through here. And we did the same on the other side as well, a little harder to see. Any of the sharp casting edges all the way around, I've already cleaned up. That's an oil drain back hole there, right here. So I gasket matched that and just kind of radiused it so the backside was completely fine. But on the front side, on both sides, needed to open it up a little bit to allow it to move a little bit more oil. And then let's flip it over and take a look underneath of what we did too. Okay, again, any of the sharp casting edges, were sort of cut down a little bit or smoothed out. We did that on the outside and on the inside. There's a drain back up there. And so radius that a little bit again, just to try and encourage the oil to sort of follow the block down instead of like just dripping right onto the spinning crank. And then we cleaned up any casting flash that was fairly obvious. One big thing to do though has to do with the oil pump. So this is the oil pump bolts on. Right here, this middle line is where your oil pump pickup goes, and so it sucks oil in through there. And the hole doesn't really match the gasket, so I just gasket matched it, so opened it up a little bit, smoothed that transition out. And that goes directly from the pump, pumps in through here, and then the oil gets, pushed into the filter and out. So this area in here has been all, radiused up and cleaned up, so there's a nice smooth transition for the oil as it comes out of the pump or out of the filter and up. And also really hard to see, but in through here, that's actually a 90-degree corner in there. So I actually used a little, it's going to be hard to see, but I used a ball-ended burr, and we just sort of rounded the inside corner off. If you look for oiling tricks on YouTube, you'll see other options, but just simple things, but all will contribute to hopefully a little bit better oiling. And you know what, if I gain half a horsepower or something out of it for this project, it's all a gain. So this is pretty much ready to go. You notice that I have all of the bearings in the main caps back on. I've got the crank here ready to go and the heads. Next stop, machine shop. And then once it's back, we'll be starting to put it back together. So thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.